Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of Crypto Journeys, a series. And today we have the lovely Ivory Muhammad with us. She's such an inspiration. She does so much in this space. She's one of the quiet ones, but you know what they say, you have to watch the quiet ones because she's making some moves. Welcome, Ivory. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. So we have been connected for quite a while now.
hmm
You've been along since about the beginning of my journey. I know you were already active in the space.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, please. Anything that you'd like to share.
All right. Well, I am Ivory. I'm a mother of three. I'm married. Like you said, I've been into cryptocurrency now since 2017. I jumped into that space. Um, I can say that I've done a lot of growing, and so in 2021, I'm much better and much stronger, and have a better like even understanding of myself and what I want for myself. And I think that's the biggest thing for me. If I could share with anybody, it would just be the enlightenment that I've gotten with getting to know myself. So that would be the thing that I would put out there just to get us started and
That's
revved up.
great. That's great. Yeah, enlightenment about yourself. And that is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes for us to be introspective and to see what we can examine about ourselves, what we want to change, what adjustments we want to make. So that's a great share. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. So what happened, Ivy, that made you pay attention to crypto at the very beginning?
Well, my husband was doing a little fiddling around and came across this thing, blockchain. And he kept coming to me and was talking about this blockchain. That's all he knew. Like he didn't even know about Bitcoin. He only knew about the underlying technology blockchain. And kept telling me I should check it out, check it out. And like everyone else, I am, like, blockchain, what is that? Please,
Right.
kind of like get away. So while we're out, doing our everyday things, like I'm starting to hear people like, have you heard about this Bitcoin? And they, was talking about, it's gone up to like 2000. Like I'm just hearing people on the phone chit chatting about it.
Mhm.
So I'm like, what is this Bitcoin? Like I'm kind of like starting to hear more about it. So eventually I sat down and looked at a documentary on HBO. I think it was called The Rise of Bitcoin.
Mhm.
And once I sat down and looked at that documentary, it was really eye-opening and seeing the movement and what they were wanting to do with cryptocurrency once Satoshi put it out there for the people.
Mhm.
It was really like their get back for what happened in 2007, 2008-ish, around that time when things had
Right.
gotten a little crazy.
Mhm.
Um, so this was the people's way to kind of like get back at the government for what had
Mhm.
happened, or Wall Street for what had happened. It's kind of similar to what Reddit did not too long ago with the Wall Street bets thing. It's kind of like
Mhm.
where crypto kind of like started. So I watched that, and then I was already kind of like looking into raising my financial education. So I was looking at some of the people who were in that industry, and they were offering one of their newsletters. If
Mhm.
you would get their newsletter, they would teach you how to invest just $20 in cryptocurrency.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I just watched that, documentary. Let
Mhm.
me get this 20. I think I got it. So
Right.
I kind of like got in from there. And
Okay.
once I got in, I just got into the basics. Like I wasn't even going deep. I was just like, let me get these coins that these people are talking about. Let me get set up. They did a really good job of getting me set up and showing me how to move things around and all of that. So that was pretty much my start. I got in, I didn't really pay it any mind. I got those coins, and I was there in 2017. I did get to see my coins like balloon, in 2017. Everyone talks about how it just shot through the roof. So I got to experience that. But since I didn't have a huge understanding of financial, how the whole financial thing
Mhm.
worked, I just kind of like left my stuff sitting there like most of us do, just hold it. I didn't even try to sell it. I just let it sit there and it all dropped,
Mhm.
So after that happened, I was like, kind of like threw it to the back and didn't even think about it anymore. Just kind of left it there. And
Mhm.
then this gold thing I was in, they kind of like got into crypto. So it brung it back up for me. So then I started looking at it again, but I still wasn't into it. Like I was doing it, I knew how to work it, but I wasn't into it yet. So I wouldn't say till last year when the pandemic kind of like came on that I really got into the cryptocurrency space and really digging in and wanting to know more and got to become a thousandaire, you know, not a millionaire yet, guys. I'm working on it.
Right.
I'll be back to show give you the rest of my journey. So
Okay.
I'm a thousandaire right
We're
now.
holding you to that too, okay?
But crypto was there for me during the pandemic. And I really do I am really appreciative for the space now. And I'm really digging in deep, like I said, now to really like get in there and get a real good understanding of what I'm doing and everything. So that's
I
my journey
absolutely.
so far.
Awesome. I love that you said that crypto was there for you during the pandemic because I can definitely echo that sentiment.
Yeah.
And, you know, I post a lot of stuff, and so much of what I post is just for people to see the possibilities of what they can do when they understand and navigate the crypto space carefully.
Mhm.
It really made a difference for me too. You know, just having that regular income and, you know, seeing those increases and being able to pull out if I needed to, I should say pull profits
Yeah.
if I needed to spend cash. It just made a huge difference, and it just really decreased the stress in my life when it comes to finances. So I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you for
Yeah.
that.
It really did. You know, I had, it was funny because I hadn't been working since I had my babies. I kind of like stopped after my second child and kind of like took a break from working. So I decided last year, I'm gonna go back out here and get a job. And I did.
Okay. Now that I didn't know. Okay. I'm getting some of the inside story now.
Yeah. So I went back out there and I got a job, guys. And I was only on there at that job for 2 weeks. Like I'm in full training, you know, and 2 weeks, that's all I got. And I got kicked out. So for me, that was kind of like, you probably don't need a job, you know, you need to be looking into other things more, doing for yourself. And once I got kicked out, I immediately turned to cryptocurrency. That is it. That is immediately just where I went. So that's why I just say it was something that was there for me during the pandemic.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for that tidbit. That was news for me. Okay. That might have happened during the spell that we weren't talking as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have done a great job of covering what I wanted everyone to know about you and your journey. This is fantastic. But I do have an extra question for you because you know I call you my crypto mom.
Yes.
So, and I am definitely an advocate of people getting their little ones ready for this future of money that we're seeing coming so much more quickly than many of us may realize. So, Ivory, what have you done to prepare your little ones and your family in the cryptocurrency space?
Well, first, I would say right off the break, I didn't mention this when I was talking about my journey just a second ago, but when I did start getting into the cryptocurrency, I immediately got the feeling that, you know what? I have a 1 year old now, a 6 year old, and a 4 year old. I believe this is going to be their money. I don't think that they will experience money quite the way that I have gotten a chance to experience money.
Right.
So I immediately felt like this would be something that they will definitely need to know, which is the reason why I'm really wanting to educate myself and dig deeper so that I can make sure that they're ready for this whenever they're big enough to really like understand what's going on. So while I'm waiting for them to get bigger and share more with them, I have set up some wallets for them because you can do that. So right now I'm only investing in the Bitcoins, not giving any advice for anybody else. This is just my journey and what I'm doing for my family. So I'm investing mostly into the coins that are kind of like the pinnacle or the cornerstone.
Right.
So that would be like the Bitcoins and the Ethereums. So just kind of like putting that to the side for them and then just raising my own education so that, like I told you, once they're big enough, we can sit down and really attack this thing together. So that's one of the things that I'm doing for my little ones.
That's amazing. And it's something that is so simple, but can be so impactful as they do grow and as the cryptocurrency era really begins to blossom, as we're sure it will.
Yeah.
So there, that's great. I definitely encourage everyone who has any young people in their lives to get them a wallet, even if you just put in a few dollars, just
Yeah.
put it aside for them. And you know what? If I'm 100% wrong and this thing becomes a total bust, then you're out of a few bucks, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's only a few bucks. Yeah.
But if I'm right and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency become what I think they will become, then you will be thanking me many times over for that little bit of advice. It's something that's so simple to do.
And your children will too. You
Yes.
know, I did see something else that said how just people of color, I'll say, usually when we pass away, we leave our children dust. And that really sat with me for a minute. I'm like, dust? And then, I got to thinking, about my own life and the loved ones that I've lost and how much did they really have to leave for the family. So that was another thing for me. I said, I don't want to leave my children dust. I don't want, when I leave here, the only thing they have is a bunch of papers and bills and maybe some old clothes and things, a bunch of depreciating assets. So that is the reason for why I am getting into raising my financial education and getting into this space, because it is an asset space where the assets are more going to appreciate than depreciate. But they'll do both. They'll go up and down, but it's an asset that we can have some growth where they can get a flat screen TV and it's already, after we done watched it a year, it's only about $50 and we paid about 500 for it. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that was another big deal for me too. So
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a really good point. Just thinking about future generations and what we have in place for them,
yeah,
because unfortunately things do happen, you
yeah,
know, accidents, illnesses. So we have to do our best to be prepared and prepare for them now
yeah.
when we're in a position to do so. So
Right.
another great share, Ivory. You covered everything. So I don't even have to ask any more questions. This was amazing. Thank you so much. I knew it would be because I just have so much respect for you and how you navigate this space and what you do. Even though you don't publicize it, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. I really do. So we don't have any questions, at least none I can see. Facebook sometimes doesn't let me see my questions, but Miss Liz, thanks for joining and for chiming in. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. So, is there anything else? We're gonna let you go, Ivory. Anything else you want to share before we wrap it up?
Um, the one thing that I would share with everyone is when it comes to cryptocurrency and money in general, it isn't something that you have to do alone. It really is a team type of effort. And that is one of the things that I'm really enjoying about this space. I've just joined this awesome group. You had Trey on here, Trey Bonner. He has this awesome group about We Talk Charts and all of that. And he has a crypto group as well. And I've been in there now for about 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm just enjoying getting to grow my wealth with others and how we're all coming together and we're collaborating together and we're sharing our different perspectives and what we see, because we all won't see the same thing, which is the reason why we should, come together and share more about money and crypto or whatever it may be. So that would be the thing that I would encourage everyone. Just get into the space and make it like crypto and sip, like, something like that. Let's get some tea, let's get some wine, whatever you're into, and let's sit down and enjoy this new space, because it doesn't have to be something that's scary. Like, we don't have to always be talking about taxes. Like, that seems like that's the big thing for everybody, taxes. But let's just get together and enjoy the space together, and let's learn it together, because no one knows much about this. It's brand new, guys. It's only been here for what, 10 years now. So
Mhm.
so it's something that we should be creating groups around, is what I want to say, and getting to know it with friends and making friends, which is what I'm doing. So that would be my advice to everyone. Don't do it alone. Let's
Mhm.
get together and do it.
I love that. That's great. That is very, very true. I will also put Trey, I'll tag him on here in case anyone does want to reach out to him, because that is a really good group that I'm also in and I do enjoy and I'm learning. I'm having some challenges with some stuff, but we won't get into that right now. But I'm not giving up. I'm fighting the fine fight
Yeah,
until I
and you're
get this stuff
fighting it with
done.
others,
Right,
so you're not in
exactly.
the fight by yourself. So
Right.
that's the good thing. You got support where you can be like, I don't get it, and somebody can be like, well, so.
Right. Very good. Very good point. Thank you for that, Ivory. So we're going to wrap it up. And I want to thank you once again for being here on Crypto Journeys, the series. And
Thank
of
you for
course, you and
having
I
me.
will be talking. And just remember, everyone's journey is different, but crypto can be for everyone. So
Yes, it
everyone
can.
take care and we'll see you next time. And thank you once again, Ivory. You have a great afternoon.
Thank you for having me, and you too.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.